Oh my God, that did not look right, did it? Why am I perceived as weak? Do you know, I never even knew that I was perceived as weak until I started analyzing and I realized the circle of people that I was dating seemed to be like the same. It just seemed to be same shit, different day, different face, different name, but same body. Like it just the same. It just like everything was just the same, going around in circles, circles, circles. And then you'd meet people, you'd think they're friends, and then you'd get fucked over again, and then everything would be a revolving door. And I think it's because of the energy that I put out. You see me, yeah. I think it's not even about being happy and people always see you smiling and all this stuff, but there's a certain need that you put out, and it definitely attracts people, and it allows you to be taken advantage of, and that is definitely what I realized when I made that video when I was saying I can't stop dating my dad. Meaning like the same people that I was dating, it was just the bad traits and the love that he lacked to show. And that was what I guess I was searching for, is the love that he lacked to give me and the love I felt from a father. I tried to find that in men. So anything that was nice, any compliment that was nice, it was so easy just to take that, absorb that, and just be like, oh my God, like I needed that validation. I needed validation of people. I needed validation of men. I needed validation of my friend. I needed validation without giving myself validation, you know. And it's easy to sometimes be like, yeah, I'm hot and blah blah, but it's like you're telling yourself that, but you don't believe it until someone else says it. So like when a man said, oh, you're sexy, I'd be like, oh my God. I would get so excited, and then like you pump yourself up, and then they show you a bit of attention. They do this and you're doing this, and they do this and then you're doing this, and before you know it, like if someone's only put this much in this big hole and you're already like, obviously you're going to be taken advantage of because they've got you where they want you. So I feel like I always did that. Someone came to me with 5% and I would give them 100 immediately. And certain times I used to be really annoyed about that. But as an adult, I've just learned how to handle it and how to control it, and notice that not everyone is worthy of you or your love or your time or your presence. So with age, I've kind of just learned how to be a bit more guarded with myself without me changing who I am, because you just have to protect yourself, you know. And I was perceived as weak because I was searching for all the wrong things from people. I was settling for stuff that I shouldn't have been settling for, and a lot of it is myself. I have to blame myself because I made myself easy to be perceived as weak. I would allow things to happen. I would be one of those people that could never ever say no. That is a big problem as well. When you can't say no, and then you allow yourself to be in situations that are uncomfortable, and you allow them to linger and prolong and prolong and prolong and prolong till it's tearing you up inside, and you don't speak out. When you don't like something or when something's uncomfortable, you don't speak out and you just let it linger and linger, and then you blow up, and then by the time you blow up, it's like it's so irrelevant, and then you still look stupid. Like, oh my God, I used to just do a lot of that. So I think for you to find your inner core and for you to find your inner strength, there's nothing else that you can honestly do but to work on yourself and to really embrace yourself and look through everything you see as imperfections in yourself. Look through all your flaws, and you have to find the beauty within yourself. Like, be your own definition of beauty, be your own definition of power. Don't live about what you wish you was in your head or what be perceived, or don't be influenced by. I know it's easy to say because I was very influenced by what I would see and how people would react to someone that was good looking, or someone that had six pack, or someone that had green eyes, and someone that did have the long beautiful hair. Like, I always saw how those people got attraction, and then I tried to incorporate that in myself, and it was just like, it was a mess because it was me being definitely inauthentic. I still wasn't even comfortable trying to be someone I wasn't, and trying to be the people that I thought people like. So it just made it more easier just for me to embrace myself, like, fuck it. And then you lose some people along the way, because then you start to find your voice. When you start to get to a point, you're just like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm tired. I'm so sick and tired. Then you start to find your real inner voice. And you're going to find people that are true, and you're going to find people that aren't. I used to really get affected by a lot of things that people used to say about me. Like, really, really affected. I would take it so to heart, like, really badly. And it was going to my self-confidence and my self-esteem, and nag at me. And I don't know, it's so sad, because I don't know if it's sad or if it's just, when I think about it, I think a lot of my life has definitely been wasted on like, I've definitely had a lot of it that hasn't been so good, and I definitely haven't been good to myself. And I wish, if I could go back, I wish that I would have just embraced me more and embraced life more and done more things, instead of concentrating on the wrong things and harboring a lot of hate and a lot of bitterness. And I always wanted to be successful just to get people back, and just to show, yes, you're going to regret me and blah blah, not knowing that I'm already a force to be reckoned with. I didn't need to do all of that. You just being a good person is actually just enough. Because there's going to be someone in someone else's life that they're going to be thinking about you or something that you did, and they're going to be like, oh, I wish they were like this. I wish they did something that Junior did. I wish they did something that Sarah did. I wish they did something that blah blah did. I wish. You're always going to be someone's wishing something that you do when you're a genuinely good person. I never did anything to spite people. That's what I really didn't understand, because I wasn't ever really spiteful. But I don't know. Maybe I was, and I didn't recognize it. Definitely childish. Been so immature the way I thought. But then that's part of growth, innit? You do stuff and you grow up. Hopefully. Not a lot of people grow up, but yeah. And to get to this point of how you see me now, fucking hell, it's definitely been a journey. But it definitely goes to show that sometimes you guys, like, don't be too hard on yourself. Oh my god, I still go through stuff now with myself, but I can snap myself out of it. I never used to be able to snap out of it before. I'd go into like a manic depression. Everything was like suicidal thoughts or critical, or I always, little things would happen. Oh, I don't deserve to be here. I just can't take this anymore. What's the purpose in life? Like, even if you know that you really want to do something, and you don't believe in yourself truly that you can achieve it, then it just makes you feel like a failure, because that's what you want to do, but then you're not doing it, and then you don't feel like you can do it, because then you start thinking about people, how they perceive you, how you've been treated. Then when someone comes into your life and they treat you bad, like you feel like you don't deserve anything, then it could just be your background, your parents, and what you've seen and what you've gone through your life. And everyone has been through trauma. You know, everyone's had their own type of hardship and shit to deal with, but you need to just learn to manifest that into strength and get yourself to a place where you know that you'll be ultimately happy. It's striving for being ultimately happy should be the goal for everybody, you know. And it's more than money. It's so much more than money, because I definitely have had money and I've still been depressed at times, and the times when I didn't have that much, I've actually had the most fun. Just turn on my phone and have a laugh. But I don't know, it just, and a lot of times as well, right, you may think, because a lot of people, I remember I spoke to one girl a few years ago that I went to school with, and then we was having a little kiki. It was in Stratford. I saw her, I was like, oh my god, babe, how are you? Hi, oh my god, look at you now. I was like, and she goes, oh my god, that's one thing about you in school. You was always so confident. And you know what? Everyone always told me I was confident. Even people I've seen from college and stuff. And to be honest, I never perceived myself as confident. That wasn't even a thought on my head. I was quite opposite in my head than what I was being perceived as. So a lot of people can mistake that for weakness, because a lot of people do see through that and do see the weakness and do see the vulnerability you see in yourself, and they manipulate you and they use that, and then that's how they get you and they're mind fucking you and all this shit. So it's very easy for you to really own your exterior, and to really, if I would have known myself and acknowledged myself, I would have known everyone's perceptions of me or what. And even if it wasn't what I thought people would have thought, I would have been strong enough in my stance to know what you're meant to be thinking. You can control people's thoughts, you know. If people choose, they can choose to think negatively if they want to. They can choose to call you whatever they want to. But you can really control people's thoughts with how you move and how you carry yourself, you know. So I can walk outside, I can go clubbing in a thong if I want to, and there'll be more people that will be saying that I'm confident in that because I'm owning it, rather than anyone saying that I'm a slut and I'm sleeping up and down, because there's no facts behind that. You know, you can own it. Like, don't just fall in too deep into what people say or to how people make you feel, because people will do anything when they're insecure in their own fucking self. No one who's insecure needs to bring someone down and get they like get a buzz off it, because they know they're suddenly making someone feel like how they feel, and they haven't confronted how they feel. So it's easy to pinpoint everyone else's wrongdoings or make them feel, or make you feel bad. And a lot of people out there just want to inflict pain and hurt on others just for the sake of trying to get someone back for how someone else treated them and all this rubbish. Like, there's a lot of people playing mind games, but you have to be strong in your stance and know yourself and work on yourself and embrace yourself and your inner being and your inner core, and make yourself so strong that no one can fuck with you. And even if you're having a shitty day and you feel down, no one will still even dare try and fuck with you, because you'll be able to be so strong. You'll be able to see through people's bullshit. Sometimes when you're so wrapped up in the wrong things and the negative in yourself, it's hard to see when people aren't being genuine. And then you start to question the people around you and people's intentions and why they act like this and why they do that, and if they're being genuine and if they do like you. When you know and you're very intact, your mind, your heart and your soul is intact, it's easy for you to make decisions and know and feel when people are going to do you wrong and who people are actually being genuine. And it's taken me a long time to get intertwined with myself like that, to acknowledge it. So now I just don't pay attention to a lot of people, to be honest, because I just know when they're full of shit. If I see you, it'll be hi and it'll be a bye. I'll give you that, because I'm not that rude person. I can't do that. Like, I can try and be rude and stubborn, but it just don't work. Oh my God, it just doesn't work when I try. Jesus, I can only be annoyed for like maximum 2 minutes. And then I'm like, I'm with the clouds again. But yeah, don't ever allow anyone to dampen your mood. Life, it can be a bitch, but don't ever allow anyone to make you feel any less than you are. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. I'll be damned to feel like shit because someone else has made me feel like shit. And my whole day will be ruined because of one idiot of life. I'm not even going to go into a rant right now because I was just feeling it then. Okay. But yes. So that's why I know I've been perceived as weak. And that's probably the reasons why you guys feel like you attract the same thing over and over again. You have to have a different mindset, and you have to carry yourself in a certain way and believe in who you are and what you are, and create and allow yourself to be a human being, right? A human being. You're allowed to feel, you're allowed to be whoever you want to be, you're allowed to just embrace you entirely and love you first. You have to love you, and if you don't love you, do things that will make you love you. And this is going really fast, 24, 25, and yeah. Wow, I'm going now because it's going to